Get ready to match the stars from Charlie's Angels, David Doyle. Brett Summers. Charles Nelson Reilly. From Ladies Band, Betty Kennedy. From Walk and Mindy, Robert Gunner. And Marcia, Wallace. As we play the star-studded Big Money Match Game PM. And now, here's the star of Match Game PM, Gene Rivers.
John. Thank you, friends.
Why?
Thank you for showing up. It would be difficult to do it alone.
That's what
now,
the bishop
would
said
you join me in greeting Mary Beth Wood and Paul von Wellenetz?
Hi.
Welcome to the two of you. We'd like to find out a little bit about each of you. Paul, please tell us about yourself.
All right. First of all, I'd like to say thank you for pronouncing my name right. I practiced that till I was 10 years old.
There's a more Prussian way of saying it, isn't there?
I wouldn't try it.
All right, I won't either.
I was born in Michigan.
Yes.
I ricocheted around the world for an education. In Hong Kong, on November 2nd, 8:15 in the morning, I came off the elevator at the Ambassador Hotel, and I met the most beautiful woman I've ever met in my whole life. I married her. So she married me.
Yes.
I'm not certain. And we came back to California, where her home is. I also found out she's a great cook, and since that time, in this order, we produced a beautiful daughter named Lisa, and 3 cookbooks that are bestsellers and award winners. How about that?
Gee, that's marvelous. Good boy. Full rich life, right?
Right.
The question is, does she do windows? No, I'm only kidding.
I've never asked her.
Good luck to you, Paul. Mary Beth, how about you?
Well, I am a full-time salesperson and a part-time nurse. I am originally from Port Byron, Illinois, where we have lots of cows, pigs, and chickens. And I'm new to Los Angeles. I love it, and I think the people are wonderful, and the weather is the best.
Well, that enthusiasm is terrific. Good. Now, here on Match Game PM, you'll each have 3 opportunities to match as many of our stars as you possibly can. And the one who's done that most often at the end of the 3rd round will be the winner and go on to play the Big Money Super Match, which can pay off over $20,000. Wow-wee. Here we go. Paul, A or B? Paul says he wants B. We're off and running. Joe said this T-shirt craze is really wild. I just saw a girl with the entire Mojave Desert on her front. She had the biggest blanks I ever saw. Joe said, this T-shirt craze is really wild. I just saw a girl with the entire Mojave Desert on her front. She had the biggest blanks I ever saw.
Sand dunes. I knew you'd
Sand
like that.
dunes. Very good.
That's a good answer.
That's a marvelous answer, Paul. What do you got there?
Yes, I always thought of them as oases, really, but they are
Dunes! Yeah! One for ball.
Show us your
dunes.
Those who do.
Yeah.
Those who can't teach, teach Jim, thanks to Woody Allen. Sand dunes.
That's 2 for him.
I said humps, like a camel has humps.
She had the biggest Mojave Desert. I see, as in a camel.
I mean, I think of dunes as Malibu, where we have one of our 4 homes.
Right, gotcha. Betty Kennedy.
I said she had the biggest oasis I ever did see.
Biggest oasis. Say it so nicely, too. Robert?
I said palms.
Lovely.
Biggest
Lovely.
palms.
Lovely.
Yes.
Play on words.
Of course, naturally.
Bad
yes.
play.
We understand it, Robert.
Definite era.
Yes. Marcia?
Gene?
Save him.
Oh, I don't think. I can barely save myself. I don't expect this to do any better than it did when Charles said it.
Humps. All right.
And I was right.
Paul, you pick up 2.
Thank
Now,
you.
Mary Beth, we have this for you.
Okay.
Marty said, I think the mayor of this town used to be a doctor. The street signs don't say walk, don't walk. They say blank, don't blank. All right, here we go. Martha said, I think the mayor of this town used to be a doctor. The street signs don't say walk, don't walk. They say blank, don't blank.
Pay, don't charge.
What?
Pay, don't charge. All right, David. Pay, don't pay.
I suppose it wouldn't matter what he was saying if he was feeling where he has to feel to say, cough, don't cough.
Uh-huh.
Oh, that's
Cough,
it.
don't cough. That's a good one. Yes, of course.
Probably.
The audience apparently does not understand it. You've never been to a doctor in your life, have you? You guys especially have never been to a doctor. Okay.
I believe it's an old Army expression. Cough, don't cough.
Right. Turn your head and cough. Go.
Oh, cough, don't cough.
That seems to be it.
Where were you, sweetness?
You don't know that, do you? Now, wait a minute. Didn't you say you were a nurse?
Part-time nurse.
Part-time. Well, a part-time nurse would certainly know more than someone who's never nursed.
They'd rather be paid.
Oh, I see. All right, Betty.
I said, run, don't walk.
Stinks, Betty.
She's charming, isn't she?
Give me a break. You know, I'm doing the best I can.
That's all you can do. Right. She's quoting Dr. Freud directly. I'm doing the best I can. All right,
Sure.
Robert?
Get him on here then, if you like him so much. Oh, he's dead? Oh.
Keep talking. Take this, don't take this. You
Take
don't
this,
take
don't
this.
take
No.
this. Take 2 aspirin, don't take 2 aspirin. That's the idea there. Marcia?
Is that the idea,
I have to
Gene?
explain some of these. They're a little out of left field.
Oh, I'm so glad you did, but you got your booze out of your system. She's
Yes.
weeping over there.
Is worse than yours? Are
Wait a
you
minute.
grading them? Are you grading
Now
them?
listen, you must. You,
Sorry.
Oh, hon, that's okay. I wasn't saying anything important.
all right.
Believe me.
All right, go.
Take 2 aspirin, don't take 2 aspirin.
Oh, I said it.
You
Oh,
said
I'm
it
sorry.
for me, so I didn't
right.
mean to.
Didn't mean to do
That's
that.
right. Blow the joke for the poor kid who's sitting on the end.
That's right. Did that inadvertently. I rarely do that. Maybe once every 2 years.
Let me repeat
2 to
that.
nothing favor of Paul here. Round 2 coming up in a moment or so. Right now, this for you. Okay. Round 2 coming up. Paul, you're ahead. We'll ask you to go first. B.
We're back. B for back.
All right.
Okay.
Paul von Wellenetz. Who does not play? David and Brett do not play. The rest of you, please respond to this.
Well.
Elsie has been working at the laundry too long. Yesterday, after she washed her face, she tried to blanket. Working at the laundry too long. Elsie has been working at the laundry too long. Yesterday, after she washed her face, she tried to blanket.
Spin dry it.
Spin dry.
What do you do? They turn on you, don't they?
Yeah, they do, really, Paul.
Yeah.
I think you got a little too complicated there. Spin dry is a
I
very...
said just starch it.
Starch. Simple, straightforward starch.
I
What'd
thought you'd simply press it.
Press it after you wash it. Robert?
Let's either play the game or not play the game. Dry it.
Oh. One for Paul. See how testy he gets?
Look what happened. He
Gets
took
one
the
right
answer.
answer
He turns
bing.
on it.
Right.
Well, this would be especially helpful if Elsie had a mustache. Bleach it.
Bleach it. Yeah. You wash your face, you tried to bleach it. All right, Mary Beth, you got a little catching up to do. He has
I'm ready.
3. You have an ought, as they say. Rick said, I just went to a bachelor party at Weight Watchers. It was strange. A naked girl jumped out of a giant dish of blank. Bachelor party at Weight Watchers. Now we're ready. Rick said, I just went to a bachelor party at Weight Watchers. It was strange. A naked girl jumped out of a giant dish of
Cottage cheese.
cottage cheese.
Turn up your hearing aid, hon. Cottage cheese.
Cottage cheese.
That's what she said.
No, I went for yogurt.
Yogurt? Ounce for ounce, I suppose there are fewer calories in cottage cheese than in yogurt. Is that correct?
Yes, that's probably true.
What do you say?
I say I
Right.
wish I could shimmy like my sister Kate. Jello.
Jello. Dietetic Jello.
Jello.
2 Jellos and 1 yogurt.
Don't a jam make?
What do you got for us here, Betty?
Cottage cheese.
Cottage cheese. Little cottage cheese for the lady?
Nothing.
Yogurt.
Yogurt for the lady. All right. Low-cal yogurt.
As you know, I was a former chubette. And
Yes.
had a lot more action when I was fat, if you want the truth.
Is that right?
But now, And actually, yogurt has quite a few calories, hon.
Yes,
It does.
Yeah.
So does
Even if
coffee.
you make it with skim milk?
Well, no, if you use your plain yogurt and add your own fresh fruit, you should pardon the expression.
Oh, we don't do that. No.
But and actually, this is not all that. But I love the image of her coming out of the Jello.
Yes, that would
You
be
see,
interesting.
Weight Watchers, you can have spaghetti and potatoes. Weight Watchers is not what people think. You can eat plenty.
Really?
It's just carefully
He's a
arranged.
shining
I
example.
used to almost marry the woman that founded it. And I'm very close to this whole thing.
You eat
just
potatoes
doesn't
and spaghetti
practice
and
it.
all that?
You can. It is legal.
It is legal.
Yes, it is.
Not on my block. Where are we? We'll go to round 3 here. This is the last round. Paul, you're still ahead 3-1. You go first.
Son of a gun. A.
I never
Hey.
said he was going to marry her.
Ready?
Why don't I write?
David, Brett, and Robert do not play. The others, please respond to this. Did you hear what happened to Unlucky Louie?
No.
I shall tell you what happened to Unlucky Louie. The poor guy got a tube of crazy glue mixed up with a tube of blank. Unlucky Louie. All right, Paul. Did you hear what happened to Unlucky Louie? The poor guy got a tube of crazy glue mixed up with a tube of
Toothpaste.
toothpaste. He says toothpaste, Charles. How's that grab you? Wonderful. You have now 4. Betty? You now have 5. And Marcia.
Between Vaseline and toothpaste.
Right. Now, Mary Beth, the best you can do is achieve a tie. You can do that, however, by matching all 5 whom you have not already matched. Everyone except Betty. Weird Willie was so weird. How weird? When the jeweler told him a new watch cost an arm and a leg, Weird Willie asked him if he could leave a blank as a deposit. That's excellent.
He's cheerful, but he's not smart.
Whoever said it.
All right, everybody's all set. Okay. Very good. Weird Willie was so weird. When the jeweler told him a new watch cost an arm and a leg, Weird Willie asked him if he could leave a blank as a deposit.
An arm. Oh. I'm in here.
He said it cost an arm and a leg. And he said, can I leave a blank as a deposit?
I know.
I don't
Talk
think
to
you see
Greg.
arm over here. It means you have to match everyone, and we'll see what happens.
But I thought, he wanted to keep the arm intact, but he might leave a finger.
A finger and or toe. So Paul wins the game. What the rest of you have to go? Finger. Come on down, Paul. Right down, a little blue dot, if you would, please. We're going to say goodbye to Mary Beth Woods. Pleasure to meet you, my dear.
Thank you very much.
We're going to send some gifts your way from Match Game PM. Mary Beth Woods. I will spin her off and spin a message or two for you. Hurry back. Now, if you're ready, we're ready.
All set.
Here's what we're going to do. We're going to do 2 audience matches with you. And I want to point out to you, whatever you win in these audience matches will be multiplied by 10. And that'll be the least amount you could play for. However, after that, you'll get the chance to spin the star wheel, and you could double it. You could win over $20,000 here.
Do I get to keep it?
$20,000. Wow. Well, it depends on what tax bracket you're in. It depends on how much you keep. You can keep it. Oh, all right. Paul, we polled a studio audience not too long ago, and we said, please write down your best answer to this. Blank of the Earth.
Oh, I won.
You got it. You got it already in your head. Oh, good.
Married her.
I just want to point out, if you match the answer that audience wrote down most often, we'll give you $500. For matching the second most popular answer, $250. And then for matching the third, $100. Now, swing around here. 3 of the 6 stars are permitted to help, but only call on the ones who appear to have an answer.
Trust me.
I trust you, Brett. Okay.
Salt of the earth.
Salt of the Earth is 1.
Oh, I'll try the smiling girl on our far left.
Marcia.
Come on, Marcia.
Ends of the earth. Or end of the earth.
End of the Earth. All right, we got 2 now. Now they're all looking away. You see, when you get to 3, it's tough. It's very tough.
You have to find
David
someone who can
apparently
correctly
has
answer.
one.
David, you're on.
Well, I would say the
Sydney.
center,
What was that, Sydney?
where that funny little water comes from, the very center of the earth.
Or the center of the Earth. That's good, David. Center of the earth. So now they've given you center of the earth, salt of the earth, and end of the earth. Now you have the option at this time to choose one of those or think up one of your own. What is your pleasure?
I would choose, sir, salt of the earth.
Salt of the earth. All right. Let's find out if we've got a little salt of the earth up there. May we see the $100 response? End of the earth. That's the answer that Marcia gave you, right? And now we'll take a look at the $250 response. Journey to the center is the one that David gave you?
Well, not exactly.
Oh, close enough. Close enough for jazz. And the last one is... Salt of the earth. All right. Now, Paul, you have $500. Multiplied by 10 is $5,000. Now, that's the least you can play for.
If I went home now, I could take that with me.
No, you'd have to earn that. If you went home now, the most you could take with you is $500. But $5,000 is what you can play for in the second half, coming up a little later. But right now, we want to do another audience match and give you another shot at it and see what happens. Here we go. Orville Blank. Orville Blank. All right. Any ideas from any?
I can't pass a winner. Brett, what do you have?
Orville Wright.
All right.
Oh, Brett, that's not...
Yeah. Marcia?
Good luck.
That guy that really gets on my nerves, Orville Rettenbacher.
He makes wonderful popcorn.
I'm sure he does.
What do you got?
Oh, Charles.
And try to tell me this isn't true. Just try to tell me it's not true. Orville, Tennessee.
Is that true?
Come on,
That's
tell me
not true.
How do you know? And you wouldn't want to bet right now. I just happened to send a letter there. 3 days ago, I wrote to Center Street in Orville, Tennessee.
Sure you did.
Zip 2047527. Of course, it'll never get there, but I wrote the envelope.
Right.
Orville, Tennessee is famous for its lovely flowers. Lovely silk screen process.
Oh, look at this, Paul. Just pull this out of the watch box.
Made in Hong Kong.
No. Inspected by number 4.
You know they let him go? They fired him.
Now, here's the way it is. You have Orville Wright, Orville, Tennessee, and Orville Rettenbacher. You may choose one of those, or again, give us one of your own.
All right. Orville Wright.
All right, let's find out if Orville Wright is up there. Maybe we see the $100 response. Orville Roberts.
That's Oral Robert.
I know it. I hope you're smarter than those dingbats who were here back then who wrote Orville Roberts instead of Oral Roberts. I say unto you. Amen. I say unto you, why would you say Orville Roberts when you can say Oral Roberts? I say unto you.
That's as bad as Cuckoo, Fran, and Ollie.
Yeah, one day we had, what was the thing up there?
It was cuckoo for cuckoo clock.
Cuckoo for cuckoo blank. And this lady said, it was a lady, wasn't it?
Right.
She said, oh yeah, I got
Sure,
that
pick
one.
on us.
Cuckoo, Fran, and Ollie. She said Cuckoo Frank, didn't she?
Cuckoo Frank.
I know, it was all mixed up. Anyway, let's see what we've got in the $250 response. Orville Rettenbacher. That's the one I wanted to give you.
I know it.
Now, last chance for Orville Wright. Slide the big one.
Yeah.
Now, you won another $500. Multiplied by 10 is another $5,000. Added to the previous $5,000 gives you a pot of $10,000 to shoot for. But if you spin the star wheel and double up on it, you will be playing for $20,000. Get up there and pull that peg and have a go at it, and we'll all root for a double. Let's wish him the very best of luck. Go. Go. David! All right, face me.
With all that money?
Not yet.
Oh, okay.
It's only $20,000, David.
Stop that!
Here we go. Blank, no help now. Blank mountains. Blank mountains. All right, put it in a slot and away we go. If you give us the answer he's got, you get $20,000. What do you say?
Rocky Mountain.
Rocky Mountain. All right, let's find out what David has. Rocky Mountains, he says David will match it for $20,000.
Wouldn't you know?
Your wife is very excited too down there. Congratulations. Got a total of $21,000.
All mine?
All yours.
Okay, when I get home?
Yeah, the check will be there. Hang on now. All right, here's a little message for America. Hurry back. $21,000 for this fellow. Join us next week for Match Game PM. Gene Rayburn. Thank you all. Goodbye.
Some contestants will receive Serta's Perfect Sleeper Signature One mattress and exclusive Serta Lock Foundation. Provide both top comfort with firm deep support. Perfect Signature One by Serta. And a Caramel watch from Bulova, the stunning ladies' watch over sports accuracy never needs winding. Caramel by Bulova, the inexpensive watch flying store sale. And for Mr. Coffee, a gift pack featuring America's #1 coffee maker and genuine Mr. Coffee accessories, including an extra decanter and Mr. Coffee filters. And a 7-piece Performer gourmet cutlery set with extra sharp chrome stainless steel blades and ebony Fleetwood handles, dishwasher safe from washing and Ford. And Polyguard Coat Textile Sealant, miracle stain repellent, invisibly protects, waterproof, beautifies the car's interior, available at new car dealers. And Lucite brushes and rollers from DuPont. Premium quality tools to ensure professional painting results inside or outside your home. And the Polyshell system from Turtle Wax. Space age protection for your car's finish, 3 layers deep, 24 months long. The Polyshell system. This is Johnny Olson speaking for Match Game PM, a Mark Goodson, Bill Todman production.